I think I am destined to have some numbers. Always somebody absent, somebody will come. New. Same numbers.
ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಸ್ವಾಮೀಜಿ.
ಹಾಂ ಸರಿ. யாருமே வரலையா? Nobody knows. No, nobody knows. Okay, let us start. Let us start. मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वरिशिष्टान्ते वसत्ऋषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषन्नं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वडदरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तुच्छिन्नसंशयाः निधये सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगति तं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यभिमः योगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नम इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मगमसत् कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नानाच्छिद्रगडोदरस्थितमहा दीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तम् अनुभात्येतः समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजटोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्तापृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशः मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूसुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागप्स्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये बाल्यादिष्वपि जाग्रतादिषु तथा वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहमित्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो मुद्रया भद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामी सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषः मायापरिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भास्य नलो निलुम्भरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशताम् यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन् स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात्तदर्थमननात् ध्यानाच्च संकीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्धेत्तत् पुनरष्टधा परिणतं च ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम्. Read the 35th verse. मित्राद्यै सह सम्मन्त्र्य सम्बुद्धो न प्रपद्यते गृहीतं चापि यत्किञ्चित् प्रतिबुद्धो न पश्यति. After negating the other darshanas up to verse 28, now Gauravadacharya is summarizing the Vedantic teaching, the Upanishad teaching, specifically teaching given in the Mandukya Upanishad. And the essence of the Vedantic teaching is Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. And that Brahman is this Turiya alone. That alone is the truth. This Mithya Jagat consists of two things. One is Jagrat Prapancha and the other is Swapna Prapancha. Therefore, when we say Jagat is unreal, means both the Jagrat Prapancha and the Swapna Prapancha, they are unreal. And when we use the word unreal, it should be understood very carefully. We don't say it is non-existent. Unreal means it is not absolute reality. And when we say it is not absolute reality, we do accept that it has relative reality, otherwise called empirical reality. Relative reality means Jagrat Prapancha is real from the standpoint of the waker. Even from the dreamer Taijasa standpoint, waking is unreal. Then what to talk from the standpoint of Turiyam? Similarly, Swapna Prapancha is very much real from the dreamer standpoint. But this Swapna Prapancha is not real from the standpoint of waker and Turiyam. So, relative reality means it is real only from the standpoint of the relative observer. When the observer is changed, the waker to dreamer, that particular prapancha loses its reality. That is the meaning of unreal. But the beauty of why? Because we have to explain unreal. Because any word that we speak, Sabda Pramana, we have a corresponding concept formed in the mind. That corresponding concept depends upon individual to individual. It changes. So Vedanta's job is to break all concepts. We have to remove all concepts, because truth is what? beyond all concepts, isn't it? The moment you conceive, then what happened? You have to deliver. Is it not? That is the problem. But the beauty of Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti, even though it has no absolute reality, therefore experience of this world continue in the form of waking and dream state. Similarly, the senses will continue to see the objects. See, in dream, when you wake up, the dream world disappears. But when you wake up from Prabodha Samaye, here, Dakshinamurti Stotram you saw. Prabodha Samaye, when you wake up from the waking world, the waking world remains, it doesn't disappear. Otherwise, it will be a problem, for a Jivan Mukta Purusha. Suddenly the world has gone, then he will not see anything. He won't recognize Shishya. Problem. So, but so Vedanta removes only one thing. That absolute reality is removed from the vision of the waking world. So problem here is what? When we look at the waking world, not real world, waking world, we give reality to it. And that notion that it is real is what Vedanta removes. Not the world, okay. I don't give absolute reality to this world. I continue to experience the world. And the world gives samsara only when you take it as absolute reality. If you don't give reality, then Jagrat and Swapna becomes a very good entertainment. Depend upon only the Turiya, which is your real nature. The one who is witnessing Jagrat and Swapna, including Sushupti. That much we saw last time. Now, continuing, 36th verse. Swapne cha vastuka kayaha पृथगन्यस्य दर्शनात् यथा कायस्तथा सर्वं चित्तदृश्यभवस्तुकम् Gaudavadacharya says, when we are in dream, we experience a physical body very intimately. Also, the dream objects are also perceptually experienced. Going to Dunkin' Donut and eating the Dunkin' Donut, drinking coffee, or whatever you are not supposed to do, waking time, all of the things you can dream, isn't it? Swami going to a movie theater, that also Hindi movie. Swami goes to sleep. He sees He is in a movie theater, in a box office movie, with Hindi movie. That also Shah Rukh Khan's movie. Nowadays his popularity is going down, I think. With that dream body alone, I do all dream transactions. Isn't it? I travel with that body. It is called Vasanamaya Shariram. Because that physical body I projected with my own mind or vasanas. They don't take dream as very lightly, okay? Dream, because with that dream example only, Gaudapadacharya has dismissed this world. So, you don't take it like, without dream, he could not have explained. Dismissed. No, he can dismiss it because he is in that Turiya state, you see. So he could have dismissed. And this same teaching you can see in Ashtavakra Gita also. Ashtavakra Gita, Ashtavakra also same. He even dismisses Guru Shishya also. That is also, in Dakshinamurti Stotram also you see that. Mata, Pita, Shishya, Guru, all of them. What is that? One Dakshinamurti only. He himself. So, this Swapna Shariram is what? Vasanamaya Shariram. But during dream, I don't look upon as thought body. It has become a tangible physical body. With that body, I eat, I watch movies, I attend parties, all of them. How do you prove the Swapna Sharira is false? Because on waking up, there is another non-traveling body lying in the bed. Swapne, in the dream state, Kayaha Avastukaha. Body is mithya, unreal. Proof. Prithak anyasya darshanat. That is a proof. On waking up, you experience another body different from the dream body. The dream wound has no trace of it in the waking world. So it is clear that it is a mental projection. After waking up, now I say this waking Sharira is real. The same mistake I make, Gaudapadacharya says, this body is also exactly like Swapna Sharira only. Jagrat Avastha, Jagrat Shariram appears real, like in the dream. Up to dream, we are okay. When you equate that with the waking is a problem. Therefore, he makes a vyapti. Vyapti means generalization. Anything experienced is mithya. So the world is mithya what? Drishyatvad. Now what is the argument? You remember? What is the argument? Yat drishyam tannashyam. Why? Object. Anything that is object. See, what you can see is only object, right? You cannot see subject. So the moment you say, I see this, it comes under the purview of object. Once it become an object, then what happened? It come under time, space, limitations. So therefore, this world, are you seeing it or not? I am seeing it. Since I am seeing it, it come under object. So what is object? Subject to modification. All asti, jayate, vardhate, virinavate, apachiyate, vinishyati. Shat vikaras are there. Why? It is time bound. Therefore it is mithya. This is a logic, okay? This sequence you have to remember. Now, why we say subject is not mithya? Suppose somebody say that also. Subject is also mithya. Yeah, no. Why? Because you cannot objectify it. Therefore, it cannot be mithya. It's a very powerful argument. Because the absolute reality is never an object of experience. Turiyam is not an object of experience. That is why it is called aprameyam. Aprameyo rishikeshaha patmanabho maraprabhu. So now when we go back to the 7th verse, 7th mantra of Agama Prakaranam, Adrishyam, Avyavaharyam, Agrahyam, Alakshanam, Achintyam, Avyavatesyam, Ekatma Pratyasaram, Prapanchopashamam, Shantam, Shivam, Advaitam, Manyante, Sa Atma, Savitneyaha. Very powerful statement. The Lakshana of Paramatma is given very beautifully there. Adrishyam, you cannot see. Avyavaharyam, not transactable. Agrahyam, cannot grasp. Alakshanam, there is no attributes, no characteristics. Achintyam, unthinkable. Ekatma pratyasaram prapanchopashamam. Prapanchopashamam, we saw that, the 2nd chapter, Vaitathya Prakaranam. There is no prapancha, no creation. Shantam, absolute peace. Shivam, auspicious. If Shiva is not there, we are Shavam. Advaitam. The Advaita word also to be understood very clearly, okay? What is Advaitam? Translation is English non-dual. Non-dual means what? One, you say. Even one is also a problem. One means what? In your mind there is one. It comes. Infinite is better. Manyante advaitam manyatsa atma savitneyaha. So, Advaitam means that alone is there, nothing else. Gold alone is there, no chain. Why there is no chain? You are seeing chain. Because there is no independent chain. That is the idea. So here also, world, when we say Brahman alone is there, means world has no existence free from Brahman. That's how you have to understand. Don't say chain is not there, because chain you see. If absolute reality is non-experienceable, then whatever is experienceable is not reality. Yat drishyam tat mithya. Therefore, he indicated earlier, Jagrat Prapancha is mithya because drishyatvat. Like Swapnavad. Swapna Prapancha also mithya because drishyatvat. Yatha kayaha. Just as the dream body is avastukaha, unreal, tatha, in the same way, chittaha, chitta drishyam, any object of consciousness is unreal. Consciousness alone is real. Tat tvam asi. I, the observer alone is real. Whatever I experience as an object, whether in waking, dream, or in deep sleep, they are mithya. Now, think about it. Pause and think. Now, this body, my body is coming under my awareness, isn't it? The same awareness, your body also, you are also aware. Now I am speaking and you are listening. The transaction is going on. In between there is a space. In the space also there is awareness. Otherwise, the sound will not travel. The sound, even though you say it is a gap, it's not a gap. The gap is alive. Whatever that I see, even if tree standing there, I am seeing it. The tree is also bathed in consciousness. So all the transactions are taking place in this world in what? In consciousness. You're getting it?
Then we conceive it of as like space, right? So this how we get beyond. But in that case, we conceive it of as space, almost like space. Like everything is in space, like everything is in consciousness.
There is no space, only consciousness.
So there is.
We are coming. There is no space, only consciousness. Space is nimittam. Space is again an object, you see. So, the entire life, if you look at it, what is happening is we are living in consciousness, we are experiencing consciousness, all the time we are reveling in consciousness. Our ego separates it. This is the problem. See the Leela of Bhagavan. That's why you can see you can enjoy the Leela, Bhagavan's Leela. And all the gods in our altar, they are all smiling. Why? enjoying the joke that you are coming and praying to me. I am there with you. Oh Lord, save me. Oh Lord, give me that. Oh Lord, give me this. And he is laughing at it. I am there with you. Because of me only you are praying. Okay, continuing. Grahanat jagaritavat tat hedu swapnad ishyate tat hedu tattu tasyaiva sajjagaritamishyate. Here Gaudapada Acharya gives another argument to show that Jagrat Prapancha is unreal like Swapna Prapancha. Earlier the argument was Drishyatvat Mithyaha. Now he gives another one. Generally we accept Swapna Prapancha is caused by Jagrat Prapancha. Because Jagrat Prapancha only gave variety of experiences. I have explained to you before that in Jagrat Avastha, waking state, in film shooting, I don't know you, these people, the crew, the whole film crew go outside and take footage. And they don't give any name to the film, they just take footage. Then afterward they come to the studio and then edit. After editing only it comes to some shape. Then only they think of giving some name. Like that, in the waking state, our mind keep on clicking footage through the cameras of our sense organs. Different footage is taken. But because we have an editor present in the waking state, that editor is intellect. It keep on editing. So what happens? It will not express whatever that is, what footage you have taken. Sometime somebody must have behaved badly, and because of your, status or, social, whatever it is, so you keep quiet. But that impression is recorded. And what happened? Those suppressed impressions, which you could not, because the editor tell him, no, this is not this, not this. So when you go to sleep, in dream, these undigested or suppressed thoughts come out as dream. Isn't it? This is how it happens. So that is what is told here. So Jagrat Prapancha is the Karanam and Swapna Prapancha is Karyam. So all those vasanas we collected in the waking stage are activated, and that alone comes in dream. That is why we dream only what we have experienced in Jagrat. Because the editor is missing, what happened? We get a jumbled dream. A brahmachari was traveling in a train in Bombay, BEST train, bus, best bus, BEST bus. He was traveling from Ghatkopar to Andheri. And on the way he saw a few people gathered to listen to a lecture of a Swami. Then afterwards he saw a group of buffaloes going. The bus is traveling. Then afterwards he saw some monkeys. Now what do you see in the dream? A monkey in the Swami dress giving lectures to a group of buffaloes. Why? The editor is lacking, isn't it? So jumbled. Now, Jagrat Prapancha is Karanam and Swapna Prapancha is Karyam, effect. Now, Gaudapadacharya argues that is why the experiences in Jagrat and Swapna are similar. Because of this Karya Karana Sambandha alone, this similarity is seen between Jagrat and Swapna. In Jagrat Prapancha also there is Desha, Kala, Vastu, Triputi. Since Swapna also a replica of Jagrat, it is also these Triputis, Desha, Kala, Vastu. Time is there, space is there, object is also there. Gaudapadacharya says, if they are similar in all respects, you can extend the similarities for one more thing. Swapna Prapancha is Mithya. Jagrat Prapancha must have the similarity to Swapna Prapancha. Therefore, since Swapna is Mithya, Jagrat also is Mithya. Therefore, Jagrat Prapancha also Mithya. You accept similarity in both. But don't want to accept Mithyatvam for Jagrat. You say Swapna is unreal, but waking is real. Therefore, you should accept like dream, waking is also Mithya. This is the argument, similarity based argument. Look at the verse now. Jagaritavat grahanat. Like the Jagarita avastha experienced, Swapna, Desha, Kala, Triputi, subject, object, instrument, common. Because of this commonness, tat hetuhu swapnaha ishyate. Swapna Prapancha is considered to be an effect of Jagrat Prapancha. Jagaritam is Karanam and Swapnam is Karyam. Therefore, both are Mithya. Tat hedutvat, because of that reason, Jagaritam tasyeva sat ishyate. Jagrat Prapancha is real only for the Jagrat observer. Just as the Swapna Prapancha is real only for the dreamer. Turiya drishtya ubhayam mithya. So from the Turiya standpoint, both are mithya. Only when you get to Turiya state, you can say this is mithya, okay? Not otherwise. Now if you say mithya, nobody will accept. You yourself is not convinced, then what is the point? Continue it. Utpadasya prasiddhatvad ajam sarvamudahridam
अजं सर्वमुदाहृतम्
na cha bhutat bhutasya
न च भूतादभूतस्य
sambhavosti katham jana ति कथञ्चन
उत्पादस्याप्रसिद्धत्वात् अजं सर्वमुदाहृतम् न च भूतादभूतस्य सम्भवोऽस्ति कथञ्चन
Now, with the help of Swapna Drishtanta, Gaudapadacharya established Jagrat Prapancha is also Mithya. Therefore, the conclusion is Prapanchaha Mithya. Means there is no real creation at all. Since there is no real creation, Brahman cannot be said to be the cause. Brahman is Karya Karana Vilakshanam. This is the one line behind the whole Mandukya. Karya Karana Vilakshanam Brahma Aham Asmi. That part is very important. Utpadasya aprasiddhatvat. A real creation can never be proved logically. Prasiddham here means logically established. And therefore there is no creation. Then what is all these things? Sarvam ajam udahritam. Everything you look upon as creation is not creation. It was Brahman, it is Brahman, and it will be Brahman. Sarvam ajam udahritam. What is Swapna Prapancha? Sarvam, you. Isn't it? Entire Swapna Prapancha is what? It's you, your mind. Same way, entire Jagrat Prapancha is what? You, Brahman.
See, that's what it is. Disconnect Brahman. Yes, sir.
You, Brahman. Don't miss that. Connection is to be. Yeah. Otherwise, Brahman become third party. See. Brahman become third party. So far we have been listening that Brahman is a third party and Brahman is within you. It is to be realized one day. And in the heat of meditation, it will reveal to you. This is how we explained before. But now you are in Mandukya, so things have to change. The standpoint has to shift. I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. In Kenopanishad also there is a very profound statement. Bodham bodham pratibodha vititam matam. Very beautiful statement. Bodham bodham pratibodha vititam matam. Every thought. What is thought? Consciousness plus vritti. What is a wave? Ocean plus wave, right? What is the content of the wave? H2O. H2O. Satchit Ananda. So also every thought is what?
Consciousness.
Vritti plus consciousness, right?
Modified consciousness.
Consciousness cannot modify.
Sorry.
Very careful.
Yes, yes. Reflected consciousness.
Every vritti is nothing but consciousness. This is what you have to meditate upon. Every thought that rises in your mind is what? Paramatma. Good path, good thought, bad thought, indifferent thought, vulgar thought, everything. And if you remember this ugly thought that is coming, Bhagavan is there. Then will you have that thought? How to remove bad thought, asuric thought? You try any method, it doesn't work, you try this method, it will suddenly disappear. Sarvam, the entire creation, ajam brahman na jayate iti ajaha. That which never changes is ajaha. So, it was sarvam ajam udahridam. Everything you look upon as creation is not creation. It was Brahman. It is Brahman. And it will be Brahman. Just like the entire dream world is your mind only. Dream tiger is nothing but your own thought. And thought is your mind. Sarvam, the entire creation, ajam Brahman, ajayate iti ajaha. That which never changes is ajaha. That is why people try to read Upanishad looking at the dictionary. Ajaya has got goat also. Yeah. If you translate Ajam, Brahman is Ajam, goat, then the whole thing is gone. This, he says, I have already established before. Nacha bhutat abhutasya sambhavaha asti kathanchana. While discussing the Sankhya and Nyaya philosophy, we asked a question, does an existent part originate or non-existent part originate? Answer is, an existent part cannot originate because it is already existent. Abhutasya sambhavaha kathanchana nasti. A non-existent product can never come out of a cause. Even grammatically it does not hold water. The sentence is wrong. Non-existent part originate, when you say, originate is a verb. And what is the subject of the verb? Non-existent part. That means there is no subject. and you have a verb without a subject. It is not a sentence. Even grammatically, it does not hold water. Okay. Continuing. Asajjakarite drishtva
असज्जागरिते दृष्ट्वा
स्वप्ने पश्यति तन्मयः
स्वप्ने पश्यति तन्मयः
असत्स्वप्नेऽपि दृष्ट्वा च
असत्स्वप्नेऽपि दृष्ट्वा च
प्रतिबुद्धो न पश्यति.
प्रतिबुद्धो न पश्यति असज्जागरिते दृष्ट्वा स्वप्ने पश्यति तन्मयः असत्स्वप्नेऽपि दृष्ट्वा च प्रतिबुद्धो न पश्यति.
To see something in dream, you need not see something. An information read somewhere, that is enough. If you see a cartoon, that is also enough to see dream. So what we saw so far is Jagrat Prapancha is Karanam and Swapna Prapancha is Karyam. Now Gaudapadacharya says the Karana Jagrat Prapancha is also Mithya. And the Karya Swapna Prapancha is also Mithya. So, you experience Mithya Jagrat Prapancha and it produces Mithya Vasana in the mind and produces Swapna naturally. Everything is Mithya. Therefore, he said, Jagarate Asat Drishtva. In the waking, I experience a mithya jagrat prapancha. But because of ignorance, I look upon it as satyam. Because of that, during waking, I go through experiences and which create vasanas like a tape recorder. Jagrat is called VCR. VCR, you know? Hmm? Video cassette recording. Yeah, right. VCR. And Swapna is VCP. Player. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says, Tanmayaha bhavati. He is full of these vasanas. This formation of vasanas is called Tanmayaha bhavati. With those vasanas, what does he do? Swapne pashyati. He sees dream. Asat swapne api drishtva pratibuddho na pashyati. Even though he saw that dream was very, very real, on waking up he sees falsify the dream. But there are some books written about reading Swapna, isn't it? Significance of Swapna. There are a lot of books are there on that. And there are also early morning, 3:30, 4 o'clock, you see a dream that will come true. That also. Our Gurudev used to say, Swapna is like a vomit. Now, who want to see it? What is undigested food, you vomited. Similarly, you wake up to Turiyam And from the Turiya Drishti, you look at the universe, you can boldly say this prapancha is mithya. Now we are not able to negate this world because we are negating at the level of Vakar. From Vakar, the world is real. Only from the Turiya Drishti, Jagrat is mithya. Only difference, when you wake up from dream, the dream world will disappear. But when you become a jnani, the Jagrat prapancha won't disappear. Experience will continue. But my vision changes. I look upon this world as mithya. It is like continuing dream, knowing that it is a dream. So to jnani, continue to see this world with the knowledge that the world is another dream. I remember once when I was in Taiwan, I was doing business. For staying there. If you don't have a business, you can't get visa. So you have to have a business. So I got a shell company and then I started. Then what happened? I was making money, then I lost money also. When I lost money, I wrote to Gurudev. How long I had to continue this, I'm tired of this. This is not the life I wanted, that kind of things. All frustrations I wrote. Immediately, 15 days later, you can calculate days. 15 days later, I got a letter. Why are you getting agitated? It is a drama, you play well. Immediately all my tension removed. Just one line. See, that is jnani's drishti. He never considered anything is real. He could see in his life. People, the journalist used to come and ask him, Swamiji, you built up so many institutions and such a big organization. You have any idea what will happen to this such a institution after you leave? Swamiji said, who cares? That's not my worry at all. He didn't have that attachment at all. Yeah. Where are we? 40. Yeah. Nastyasatvetu kamas Nastyasatvetu kamasad Sadasat-hetukam tatha Satcha-sat-hetukam nasti Sat-hetukam-asat kutaha. So the entire prapancha obtaining in Jagrat and Swapna are mithya. Now to put in another language, the world is mithya means it does not have reality. And therefore Gaudapadacharya says, an absolutely real world is not born out of Brahman. So a real creation has not come out of Brahman means the universe is unreal. Then can you say unreal world has come out of Brahman? That also you cannot say. How can a real Brahman create unreal world? So, if you say an unreal world is born, then it is called mithya srishtivadaha. A real world is not born means ajadivadaha. Therefore, Brahman cannot produce a real world. Therefore, karya karana sambandha never talk about. That idea Gaudapadacharya present in a different way. Here he talks about 4 types of possible karya-karana sambandha. Number 1, asat vastu cannot produce asat vastu. A non-existent thing cannot produce another non-existent thing. Number 2, asat vastu cannot produce sat vastu. A non-existent thing cannot produce an existent thing. The third one, a sat vastu cannot produce a sat vastu. An existent thing cannot produce an existent thing.
It's already proven.
Huh?
Because it's already proven.
Now fourth, a sat vastu cannot produce an asat vastu. Sat vastu cannot produce an asat vastu. We will take each one and see how it is true. An asat thing cannot produce an asat thing. In fact, it cannot produce anything. A human horn cannot produce rabbit horn. Asat to asat is ruled out. Then the second option is asat producing sat vastu. Non-existent thing cannot produce an existent thing. If non-existent thing one can produce things, how wonderful it will be. Then we need not have any raw materials. You can produce a house without any materials. But unfortunately, from nothing, nothing can come. Therefore, asat, sat cannot be produced. Then what is the third option? From a sat vastu, another sat vastu cannot be produced. From an existent thing, another existent thing cannot be produced. Now here alone we get a doubt. What is that? Because this seems to be a possible thing. Why? From an existent clay, we are able to produce a pot which is existent. How can you say Sat Vastu cannot produce Sat Vastu? Superficially looking, there is as though Karya Karana Sambandha between clay and pot. But Gaudapadacharya asserts that between clay and pot there is no Karya Karana Sambandha at all. Gaudamadacharya says you can never talk about cause-effect relationship because any relationship including cause-effect relationship requires two entities. A relationship is possible in duality. Now you are talking about cause-effect relationship with clay and pot. Do you mean to say clay and pot are they two distinct objects? To have relationship, clay and pot are not two substances, but they are two different words given to one and the same substance. So too golden chain. Past it was called clay, now it is called pot because the shape has changed. Therefore, we should remember clay and pot both are one and the same substance at two different times. There is only Kala Bheda, Rupa Bheda, or Avastha Bheda. There is no Vastu Bheda. Therefore, you can never say gold is Karanam and the ornaments are Karyams. The third possibility is also ruled out. Sat cannot be produced by Satvastu. Satvastu cannot produce Satvastu. Fourth, from Satvastu an Asatvastu cannot be created. That also very clear. Non-existent thing cannot be produced. Therefore, what is the conclusion? Nothing is born. He coming back to his own point. In short, there is no creation at all. Then what is this creation in front of me? The creation that you are talking about is wrong name used for Brahman. Which alone was, is, will be. Creation is a misnomer given to Brahman because of ignorance. What ignorant person call as snake is rope for the wise person. Similarly, what the ignorant person calls as this world, the very same world is Brahman in wise man's vision. That is why all our rishis declared Vasudeva Kutumbakam. There are only two drishtis, Ajnana drishti and Vijnana drishti. Ajna drishti or Vijna drishti. Other than that, there is no substance called world. Then what am I supposed to do? Change the vision. How to change the vision? Please attend Mandukya classes. Now look at the verse. Nasti asat hetukam asat. This refers to the first possibility. Asat cannot produce asat. Second option. Sadasat hetukam tatha. Asat vastu cannot produce sat vastu. Third one. Tacha sat hetukam nasti. Sat vastu cannot produce another sat vastu. Sat hetukam asat kutaha. Sat vastu cannot produce asat vastu also. And therefore the world is not created. What is this world? Mistaken Brahman is this world. Mistaken consciousness is matter. There is no matter at all. That science also now is coming to that point now. The world has no existence, they say now. Quantum theory. But still they have not come to Paramatma. That they have to come to Upanishad, that they don't want to accept, you see. That's a problem. Gaudapadacharya says, it is not my teaching, it is the teaching of the Mandukya Upanishad. Prapanchopashamam. Prapanchopashamam shantam shivam matvaitam manyante sa atma savitneyaha. Okay, we'll take one more verse and see. Now, you say there is no creation, that the topic we talked about it before. We say there is no creation, but Upanishad talk about creation, isn't it? Taittiriya Upanishad talk about tasmat va etasmad atmana akashas sambhudaha akashat vayuhu vayoragnihi agnirapaha abhya prithvi prithivya oshadhayah oshadhibhyonnam annat purushaha savaesha purushonnarasamayah. This we saw in Taittiriya. Tasmat etasmat atmanas sambhudaha. That Brahman, who is nothing but your own Antaratma, from there came first Akasha. From Akashat Vayu, from Vayu Agni, from Agni water, from water Prithvi, Prithvi from Prithvi Oshadhis, vegetable kingdom. From vegetable kingdom came human being. So we should be vegetarian. See, it is, Upanishad says, Oshadhi then Purushadhana. Now let us see what it is. Viparyasadhyatha jagrat acintyat bhutavasprishet tatha swapne viparyasat dharmas tatraiva pashyati. So Gaudapadacharya says that this universal mistake, mistaking Brahman for the world, committed by all people, and this mistake is committed in dream state also and waking state also. We generally think in the dream we see unreal thing. Gaudapadacharya says in the waking state also you are committing the same mistake. Mistake number 1, Jagrat Prapancha. Mistake number 2, Swapna Prapancha. What about Sushupti? in deep sleep state, he doesn't commit the mistake. But ignorance continue in sushupti, and therefore on waking up, he continued to make mistake. Therefore, in all the three avasthas, problem continue. Never come to right vision at any time. This is why he started his teaching saying, Anadi Mayaya Suptaha. We are all sleeping under the influence of the beginningless Maya. We have to get up, wake up from the sleep. Achintya, Mithya Prapancham. He perceives this Mithya objects. There is nothing wrong. He can perceive the Mithya object. Going to a movie is not wrong. You want to enjoy a movie, but you know that it is a movie. And you deliberately identify with the hero or heroine, and even sometimes become emotional also. Nothing wrong, because you chose to give a temporary reality to the movie characters. Once the movie is over, you are able to understand that it is only a movie. Hero and heroine did not really die. So with this awareness, you watch the movie, nothing wrong. Similarly, identify with your husband role, father role, son's role, and you become emotional at some time. Nothing wrong. But Gaudapadacharya says you continue to pursue mithya, but with the knowledge these are only mithya. Nothing wrong. Perceiving mithya is not wrong, but perceiving mithya and taking it as satyam is a tragedy. Perceiving mithya and taking it as satyam is the tragedy. Therefore, Gaudapadacharya says, Achintyan, these ignorant samsaris, sprishet, they contact with the mithya prapancha, how bhutavat, as absolute reality. They take it as though absolutely real. Because of what? Viparyasat. 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 Error. Erroneous perception. Adhyasaha. Not only we commit this mistake in the Jagrat Avastha, we continue to make same mistake in Swapna also. Tatha, the same way, Swapne, in the dream also, Dharman tatreva pashyati. He perceives the unreal object as real. Mithya padarthas dharmat bhutavat, as though real, because of viparyasat, erroneous knowledge. That is why we say some of our prarabdha get exhausted in dream also. So dream is good to exhaust prarabdha. Mithya prapancha can shake a person from his deepest personality. That is why we say the Vedanta has to enter the conscious mind. But the subconscious mind also it should enter. That is why Shravanam is not enough. Mananam and Nididhyasanam is also required. Mananam is the one that makes it go into subconscious. I remember Gurudev, somebody, he was sleeping, deep sleep. Somebody woke him up and then asked a question. He answered that and went to sleep again. Means what? His subconscious is filled with these thoughts, you see. There's a story about Appaya Dikshidhar. Appaya Dikshidhar. Yeah, Appaya Dikshidhar. He wanted to know what is in his subconscious. So he asked his Shishyas to give him this alcohol. He drank. After drinking, he came out with such a beautiful composition. Yeah, I don't know what is that. I don't remember the name of that composition. And see, when a person drink, then only you know what is in the subconscious. Yeah. That's why I tell all these these young girls, boys, you want to know the boy properly, what is in his subconscious, make him drink. You will know the real person. You should not drink, only make him drink. Come on, real person. It's a good method. Okay, we'll stop here today. Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyade Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Guru. I had to tell you these kind of jokes, otherwise you people get tired, you see. This is a heavy topic, that's why.